I have the perfect springtime dessert for y'all. These are called lemon blossoms. They're little cakes filled with lemony goodness and this gorgeous powdered sugar lemon glaze on top. These are perfect for any kind of springtime function like baby shower, wedding shower, bridal party, even Mother's Day. These would be perfect. So y'all come on in the kitchen and we'll make these today. Okay, y'all, so for these lemon blossoms we're going to make today, I've got a Duncan Hines, and you certainly don't have to use Duncan Hines, this is just the one I had, a lemon cake mix. You're going to use a container of Jell-O lemon pudding mix, a couple of lemons. We're going to use the zest in the cake, and then we're going to use the zest and the juice in the glaze. And you've got 4 eggs, a little bit of vegetable oil, and then some Dixie Crystals. Yes, thank you. This is not sponsored. I just like their sugar. Powdered sugar. And then we're going to use this in the glaze along again with the zest and the juice of the lemons. And we're going to use the oil in the cake and the glaze. So let's get to it. Okay, so before we get started with the cake mix, I've just got 2 of these little mini muffin trays, and I'm going to hit them with some of this butter flavor spray that I've got from Crisco. And you just want to kind of do every little cup just to make sure, and y'all, I really grease them, just to make sure that our little cakes don't stick. Okay, so now that that's done, let's get our cakes made up. Okay, so before we get totally started, I'm going to show you what I do. The original recipe for these lemon blossoms did not call for lemon zest, but I have found that it just makes them more lemony and makes them taste super yummy. So if you do not have one of these handy dandy contraptions, this is a microplane. You can certainly just use a box grater and use the smallest side on the box grater, but I have one of these microplanes. I've had this thing for years. And you just want to rake your lemon across it. Rake, drag, I don't know, something. And you're just looking for the outside, because if you go down any farther than this and it gets white, then it's going to be real bitter, and you don't want that. So I'm going to get these lemons zested up, and I'm going to zest both of them, and then I'm going to save them. And I've got one more for the zest and the glaze, but we're only going to use the juice, probably of 2 of them for the glaze. So I'm going to get this other lemon zested up, and then we'll make our cake. Okay guys, so I'm going to show you how easy this really is. So I've just got my stand mixer here. You don't have to use a stand mixer. You can use a hand mixer. You can even use a whisk. I mean, this is really easy stuff. So I've put my cake mix in here. I've got my pudding mix. We're just going to put it in here. And then we're going to take all of our eggs. This is 4 eggs. And I've had them sitting out for a few minutes just so they're not super duper cold. And then we've got our 3/4 of a cup of vegetable oil. That was 4 eggs, by the way. And then we've got our 2 lemons, or the zest of 2 lemons. Whoops, let's not break the dish. That would not be a good thing. Get you over here where you can see. I'm just going to raise this up, and I'm going to start it kind of slow. Whoa, so we don't make a total mess. Okay, and then I'm going to turn this up to medium, and we're just going to let it go a couple minutes. Okay guys, so look here. Let me show you how beautiful this is. And it already smells so super good. Very lemon. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to scrape all this off this beater. And y'all know what's going to happen with this leftover cake batter. Yep, I'm going to have to taste it. Everybody's gone this morning except me and the girls, the dogs. Mike will be back in a few. He had a couple errands to run today. But look, y'all, watch this. Y'all, this is so good. I don't even remember where I found this original recipe. I know there's been a lot of people make it over the years. See how thick that is? Y'all, I just like to stir it just a little bit just to make sure there's not any clumps of cake batter at the bottom. Okay, so here we go. Anyway, what I was saying, there's been a lot of people make this over the years that I've seen on Facebook, on Instagram, on everywhere. And there's different variations. Like some use a lemon cake mix like I do. Some just use a yellow cake mix. You can certainly use a yellow cake mix. It's fine. I mean, to each their own. Okay, so let me tell you how easy this is. I'm going to take 2 spoons, okay? You don't want to fill these cups up super big because these are supposed to be little cake bites. So you just want to take a little bit and put it in your little muffin cup. Okay, we might have to do a little bit more than that. I might have to use a bigger spoon. Yeah, about like that. Let me use a bigger spoon. Okay, so I switched. Can y'all see the difference in these spoons? So I'm going to use this spoon. We'll see if this makes the difference, because it'll hold more batter. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's the ticket right there. So you just want about a teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon and a half of batter in each little muffin cup. You don't want to fill them all the way up. And I've got my oven preheating to 350. So I'm going to get the rest of these little cups filled up. And then I'll show you how pretty they are. Y'all look. So I've got all my little muffin cups filled up. I'm going to put these in my 350-degree preheated oven. We're going to bake these somewhere between 10 and 12 minutes. And then I'll show you how yummy they look. All right, are y'all ready to see these little beauties? Look at here. Oh my goodness, look how cute they are. They're so tiny. I love them. Okay, so I'm gonna let these cool in this pan just a few minutes, and then when it's cool enough that I can kind of touch it, I'm gonna turn them out on this cloth. You can turn them out on a cooling rack. I just find it's easier for me to turn them out on this lint-free cloth on my bar and just let them cool off. So we'll do that here in just a second. All right, I am going to show y'all one little thing. While they're still warm, I just like to take my butter knife and just kind of go around the edges, because I got little pieces like this that kind of it leaked out when I was putting my batter in there. And I just like to go around to make sure they're not stuck to the edge. And then once they're a little bit cooler, we'll flip them out on this towel. Okay? Okay. We'll flip them out here in just a second. Okay, y'all, here we go. These have been sitting here for a couple minutes. So we're just going to see if they'll pop out. That's the plan. We're just going to go, boop. Well, okay. Oh, there we go. And of course, we've got a couple little stragglers that don't want to come out. So we'll just help them. Maybe I didn't go around these a minute ago. I probably didn't. There we go. Y'all, look how cute they are. Aren't they so cute? Okay, so I'm going to get the rest of these baked up and get these out of the pan. And then we'll make up the glaze here in just a few. Just wanted to show y'all real quick all of these beautiful lemon blossoms. Y'all, look at that. Okay, so now we're going to glaze them up. Y'all watch this. Okay, guys, so we're going to juice these lemons. First thing I'm going to tell you is once you get the zest off of them, give them a couple of good rolls. Sorry. Give them a good couple of rolls on the counter before you cut them. And this is going to make them easier to juice. I've just got this little glass juicing dish my mother-in-law gave me. And we're just going to juice these lemons. And we need about 1/3 of a cup of lemon juice, so we'll see how juicy these are. But this does tend to get all of the juice out when you roll them on the counter first. And then all you have to do is take this and pour the juice off. And it catches the seeds. Y'all see that? How cute is that? Alright, so I'm going to get these other lemons juiced till we get 1/3 of a cup that we need, and then we'll put this glaze together. Okay, so we're going to sift our powdered sugar. In this little sifter, I've got 4 cups of the Dixie Crystals powdered sugar. And then all you want to do is hold your little sifter, and you can hit it on your hand. I've got this really full, so I'm not going to do it that way. Or you can take a spoon and you can just kind of go around it. I shouldn't have put all this in here, but y'all wanted to see what we were doing. So anyway, you can just kind of stir it around and it'll start sifting this. I'm going to have to take some of this out. We'll get it. Okay. Let me get this down just a little bit and then I'll show you kind of how easy it is to use a spoon, and you'll learn from my mistake. Either get a bigger sifter or don't put all 4 cups of your powdered sugar in here at once. Right. Okay, hang on. Okay, so I took out a good cup or so of the powdered sugar just so I could show y'all what to do here. So you just want to hit it with your hand, just kind of sideways like this. Or, like I told you, you could take a spoon and just kind of stir it around, and can y'all see it falling out of the sifter? Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna get the rest of this powdered sugar sifted up and then we'll make our glaze. Okay, are y'all ready for how easy this is? So we got our 4 cups of powdered sugar. I've got about 1/3 of a cup of our freshly squeezed lemon juice. We've got the zest of our lemon. And then I've got 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil. And then about 3 tablespoons of water. And then you're just going to whisk. Or truthfully, since we sifted the powdered sugar, you could use a wooden spoon. You could use a spatula. Just whatever you've got, it's fine. We don't need to be totally fancy. Because y'all know I'm not fancy. Or if you don't know, you'll find out if you stay here any length of time and watch these videos. Y'all, really, check this out. And this is exactly the consistency you want. A little bit runny, just like that. Okay? Okay, so let me show y'all how to glaze these little beauties. Okay, so here we go. First things first, y'all know I got to taste this. Oh, y'all, I'm gonna tell you what. I could absolutely put a straw in that and drink it. I won't, but I could. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. So you got your glaze, and then I've just got a sheet tray with a piece of parchment and my cooling rack set on top. Okay, y'all ready for this? Watch this. So make sure your hands are clean. Mine are, I just washed them. You're gonna take one of these little beauties, okay? Now I'm gonna show y'all over here so you can kind of see where I'm at. And you're just gonna drop it, okay? You can do this with a fork if you want to. I personally like to play in it. So you just wanna dunk it. Look, can y'all see? Let me come up here. So that the whole thing is covered, okay? And then we're just gonna let it drip off, and we're gonna set it right here. Y'all want to say that one more time? Look, Michael just come in here and so did the dogs. I think they know what we're doing.
It's intuition.
Y'all, I'm gonna tell you what, these things are crazy good. And then we're just gonna let it drip off. Sorry I moved and y'all couldn't see what I was doing. We're just gonna let it drip off. And we're just gonna set it right here. How easy is that? So I'm gonna get the rest of these dipped up, and then the best part, we're gonna eat one, aren't we, babe?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we are.
Or 12.
Or 12. Okay, we'll see y'all in a little bit. I forgot to tell y'all one thing while I was dipping here. What this glaze does and what I love about it, do you know how, like when you go get a glazed donut, wait, for the y'alls of those that eat donuts, we eat donuts. But anyway, you know how when you go get a glazed donut, how the outside of the glaze is like set up and it's just like a little bit, not crunchy, but like flaky. Y'all, this is the way this sets up. This sets up kind of like a donut glaze, okay? So anyway, I just wanted to share that and tell y'all what you were looking for. And when you have little crumbs, can y'all see that little crumb right there? I just kind of flick them off because you don't want crumbs in the rest of this glaze. But anyway, I just want to tell y'all what we were looking for so that when you go to glaze these, you would know what consistency you're looking for. Okay, so now for real, I'm gonna get the rest of these glazed up and then we'll eat some in a little bit. Y'all check these out. Can you see I've ate one? Don't judge me. Look at these things. Aren't they so cute? I mean, I just love them. I just had to give y'all a sneak peek of what these look like. So I'm going to let them finish setting up. And then when Michael gets back from running his errands today, we'll do a taste test. Okay, guys, so you have to see what these look like on the inside. And I'm sorry if you can hear Jacob's video game, but you have to see this. So you see how the glaze kind of cracks? Look at that. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Hey guys, so I got Michael here to do our little taste test. I know I showed y'all this, but look at the inside. Yum. And you see how all that crackles? It's like a donut glaze. It's so good.
It's a little bit better than a donut glaze.
It is.
Really.
You want the big half? You can have the big half.
Sure.
I'll take the little half.
Chin chin. This tastes like summer. That's the only way that I can really describe it. It tastes like summer.
It does. It's like I don't know. It's like the best version of lemonade, like ever.
Yeah.
But in cake form.
And they're about as addictive as potato chips.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You sit down, eat.
Like you see, we have this little plate. Mm-hmm. We won't have this little plate for very long. Mm-mm. No, we won't. We'll eat supper and then we'll eat lemon blossoms.
And truthfully, everybody who comes over here and sees these, they really want to eat them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh,
They
let me
do.
try one, and they eat 3 or 4.
I've made these so many times. I don't even know how many times, and they are such a big hit every time I make them. They're good. Y'all need to go make them. Make sure you like and subscribe. We have several videos coming your way very soon. Really good ones too. So make sure you like and subscribe so you can be part of our family and pull up a chair and join us for this craziness. We love y'all and thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time, and we'll make something else yummy. Bye y'all.
Bye y'all.